Ninjutsu, sometimes used interchangeably with the modern term ninpo, is the strategy and tactics of unconventional warfare, guerrilla warfare and espionage purportedly practiced by the shinobi. Ninjutsu was more an art of tricks than a martial art. Ninjutsu was a separate discipline in some traditional Japanese schools, which integrated study of more conventional martial arts along with shurikenjutsu, kenjutsu, sojutsu, bojutsu and others. While there are several styles of modern ninjutsu, the historical lineage of these styles is disputed. Some schools claim to be the only legitimate heir of the art, but ninjutsu is not centralized like modernized martial arts such as judo or karate. Toga Kyoryu claims to be the oldest recorded form of ninjutsu, and claims to have survived past the 16th century. History. Spying in Japan dates as far back as Prince Shotoku, although the origins of the ninja date much earlier. According to Shoninki, the first open usage of ninjutsu during a military campaign was in the Genpei War, when Minamoto no Kuro Yoshitsune chose warriors to serve as shinobi during a battle. This manuscript goes on to say that, during the Kenmyu era, Kusunoki Masashige used ninjutsu frequently. According to footnotes in this manuscript, the Genpei War lasted from 1180 to 1185, and the Kenmyu Restoration occurred between 1333 and 1336. Ninjutsu was developed by groups of people mainly from the IG-8 province and Koka, Shiga of Japan. Throughout history, the shinobi were assassins, scouts and spies who were hired mostly by territorial lords known as the daimyo. They conducted operations that the samurai were forbidden to partake in. Shinobi are mainly noted for their use of stealth and deception. Throughout history, many different schools have taught their unique versions of ninjutsu. An example of these is the Toga Kyoryu, which was developed after a defeated samurai warrior called Daisuke Togakure escaped to the region of Iga. He later came in contact with the warrior monk Doshi, who taught him a new way of viewing life and the means of survival. Ninjutsu was developed as a collection of fundamental survivalist techniques in the warring state of feudal Japan. The ninja used their art to ensure their survival in a time of violent political turmoil. Ninjutsu included methods of gathering information, and techniques of non-detection, avoidance, and misdirection. Ninjutsu involved training in free-running, disguise, escape, concealment, archery, and medicine. Skills relating to espionage and assassination were highly useful to warring factions in feudal Japan. At some point the skills of espionage became known collectively as ninjutsu, and the people who specialized in these tasks were called shinobi no mono. The 18 skills. According to Bujinkan members, ninja yuhake were first stated in the scrolls of Toga Kyoryu and became definitive for all ninjutsu schools. Ninja yuhake was often studied along with bugei yuhappen. The 18 disciplines are Bajutsu, horsemanship; Bojutsu, stick and staff techniques; Boryuku, tactics; Kaimon, geography; Choho, espionage; Hensojutsu, disguise and impersonation; Intinjutsu, escaping and concealment; Kyakujutsu, pyrotechnics; Kenjutsu, sword techniques; Kusarigama jutsu, kusarigama techniques; Naginata Jutsu, Naginata techniques; Saishin Teki Kyo-yo, spiritual refinement; Shinobi Iri, stealth and infiltration; Shuriken Jutsu, throwing weapons techniques; Sojutsu, spear techniques; Sui-ren, water training; Taijutsu, unarmed combat; Tenmon, meteorology, weapons and equipment. The following tools may not be exclusive to the ninja, but they are commonly associated with the practice of ninjutsu. Composite and articulated weapons; kusarigama, kama linked to a weight, either by a long rope or chain; kyokatsu shoja, hooked rope dart featuring a metal ring on the opposite end; bow 3, 4, 5, and 6 wooden pole techniques; Kuzari Funda, also known as Manriki or Manriki Gusari, a chain and weight weapon. Fist-load weapons. Kakuta, rings resembling modern wedding bands with concealed, often poison-tipped spines, typically worn by kunoichi and enabling ninja to quietly strangle enemies with the pointed ends against the neck or throat. Shobo, a jabbing or piercing weapon, similar in shape to kubotan and yuwara, but often featuring a center grip ring. Shuriken, various small handheld weapons including throwing stars that could be used to stab, slash, or they could be thrown. Bow shuriken, spike-shaped projectiles thrown straight into target. Can improvise with steel pens or large nails, any spike-shaped object. Kubotan, or hand stick, used mainly for pressure points, subduing opponents. Teko, an earlier version of brass knuckles. Tessen, a folding fan with an iron frame. It could be used to club or cut and slash the enemy. Jitta, a weapon similar to the sai. Modified tool weapons. Kunai, multi-purpose tool. Shikoro, used as a tool for opening doors and stabbing or slashing. Projectile weapons. Fukia, Japanese blowguns typically firing poison darts. Makibishi, Tetsubishi, the Japanese type of caltrip. Shuriken, various small handheld weapons including throwing stars and throwing darts that could be used to stab, slash, or thrown at the enemy. Yumi and Ya, traditional Japanese bow and arrow. Bohaya, fire arrow. Tekaji Shuko and Nekote, hand-claw weapons. Chakrams, disc-like projectiles like boomerangs. Staffs and polearms. Hanba, bow, jo, and tambo, various sized staff weapons. Yari, traditional Japanese spear that's similar to the naginata. Nagamaki, polearm with roughly equal length blade and handle. Naginata, traditional Japanese polearm used by women and samurai. Swords. Katana, a long curved and single-edged sword, more commonly used by samurai or ninja who disguise themselves as samurai. Wakizashi, short sword that can be hidden on the ninja's body, also a backup weapon. Ninjutsu, an edged weapon used by ninja as swords. Ninjutsu can be stolen katana from samurai or forged by ninja themselves with varying lengths. There's some doubt as to whether or not ninja actually used such swords. Tanto, dagger. Kaiken, similar to the tanto. Bokken, traditional wooden sword use in Japanese martial arts typically modeled off of katanas. Shinai, bamboo sword used in kendo. Stealth tools. Kajinawa or grappling hook, climbing in Hojo Jutsu composite tool that also functioned as a makeshift gaff hook weapon. Shinobi Shozoku, the reputed ninja clothing. Ono, Japanese axe and hatchet.